Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Great League Fantasy Cup, and let's see if we can get some wins here. So we're going to be trying out the Whimsicott pair with the Giratina and the Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to switch out into the Galarian Stunfisk here. We get met with the Flygon. This is not a great matchup, but we are going to be able to fight back with our own Earthquakes. We can tank this Scorching Sand. Scorching Sand here potentially can debuff, but I think we avoided the debuff. We go for the Earthquake right here, and it does grab a shield. Our opponent here is going to have to potentially shield another one, but they grab the energy on CAP timing, so nice timing by my opponent. We're going to come back in here with the Whimsicott when the clock has kind of reset there. We are doing super effective fast move. We're going to have to tank all these moves. They're all resisted, so we don't have to shield anything at this point. Our opponent here does try to switch out and catch a move, but they unleash our Giratina. Giratina right here is going to have to shield, because we do want to try to get their own shields and keep this pretty healthy. They have the Trailblaze, so that was a bait, and it did boost up their attack. So right now their Shadow Claws from their fast ones are doing a lot of damage. Here comes another Trailblaze. Trailblaze does get double boosted, and now our opponent here is going to get taken out with her Shadow Ball. And let's see if we can win this game with our Whimsicott. So we try to throw a move right here immediately, and they catch it onto their Excavalier. Excavalier is going to double resist that Seed Bomb. So unfortunately, this is going to be GG's. He needed to get to 2 Moon Blasts at this point, and then try to take out that Flygon later, but they were able to catch our energy. This Acid Spray right here, even though it doesn't do that much damage, we are double weak to the poison, and it does take us out eventually. So GG's to our opponents. That game right there, we had a chance, and unfortunately the Giratina didn't get a lot of play, but it did take out eventually the Pokemon. So here we got the Whimsicott versus this Excavalier. At least we have it where we want it, matched up. We do tank the first Acid Spray. We go for this Moon Blast right here. We are going to be able to think about shielding here or allow it to go through. We decided to let it go because it's going to be another Acid Spray most likely. We go into our Giratina right here. We get the farm down, so we get a lot of good energy. Our opponent here decides to come in with their Azumarill. We have the energy advantage, and we still have 2 shields, so we're going to fire off this Shadow Ball. It does grab a shield, so they definitely don't want to see this Giratina back. We're going to shield as well. They have the Ice Beam revealed. So, most likely, we don't know quite yet, but maybe they're running the Ice Beam and Play Rough version. We are going to have to double shield here, and let's see what they end up doing. So there goes the other Ice Beam, and at this point, we're going to try to farm down. We do get the farm down. That is fantastic news, because this Giratina is at 100 energy, or close to it. We're going to be able to fire off through Shadow Balls right here before they can get to any of their moves. Another Shadow Ball goes through, huge damage. And our opponent is forced to use some energy because they're not going to be able to take us out with the farm down. And unfortunately for them, we have the Stunfisk in the back, and then we're going to be able to just farm down that Registeel. So GG's for our opponent. The opponent was just put on the back burners because the additional energy that we got on the Giratina, just applying full pressure. Whimsicott versus the Flygon, favorable for us. They switch out into the Reggie. We have the Stunfisk core this. We know we can tank this first move, so we're going to allow this one to go through. They actually go for the Zap Cannon, trying to get the debuff. Do we get debuff? I'm not quite sure. They shield anyways. Our opponent here is going to have to think about tanking another Earthquake, but I believe they can tank this move. Ooh, they do not want to take that damage, so it's looking like they want to take us out here. They go for another Zap Cannon. Wow, that Zap Cannon does get the debuff. And our opponent here is trying to save that energy from that Reggie, so they switch out into the Skarmory. We do have the Giratina for this Skarmory. We show the first one right here. We're going to have to build up a ton of energy. We go for the Shadow Ball at this point. No point in going for an Ominous Wind. It does a good amount of damage, roughly 60-65% damage. We're going to be able to reach another Ominous Wind here, delete all their energy, and now we have to try to beat this Flygon. They're going to have to use some energy right here. They go for this Dragon Claw, take out our Giratina. We're going to go into our Whimsicott here when the timer allows us to, and then we're going to make sure we throw on good timing. Our opponent here does switch out into the Reggie immediately. We're going to go into our Stunfisk. We have a Earthquake ready. Boom! Down goes the Reggie, and that is GG's for our opponent because they're going to have to use energy against our Stunfisk, and we still have that Whimsicott to pretty much hard counter the Flygon. So nice play by us, able to wiggle out of those situations. I think the Giratina with the Stunfisk was really nice for us in the back. All right, here we get the Berserker. Here, the Berserker is a problem for the team. They go for the close combat, and they do go for the hard-hitting move. We are able to survive it, and they are debuffed at this point. We go for the Earthquake. We take out the Berserker. So they just wanted to apply pressure with that, but we do take them out and still maintain alignment. We have to come in here with the Whimsicott. This Whimsicott here is going to have to think about shielding or tanking this Shadow Ball. Oh, it's actually a Blaze Kick. Okay, never mind. They have the Blaze Kick Lucario. Lucario can learn so many different moves these days that it's kind of a coin flip on what they have. So they do end up switching out into the Azumarill. We luckily have 2 shields versus their 1. They have the Ice Beam version, so we're going to have to try to win against this Azumarill with this Giratina. The Shadow Ball does get shielded, so here we go. You're going to have to shield the next one anyway, so it's going to come down to, can we farm down this Azumarill like last time? Get him into the red, not necessarily low red. Can we farm down from this range? We'll find out here. Ice Beam does get shielded. We got 1 attack, 2 attack, 3, 4, and 5, and we are able to snipe their energy, and this is fantastic news for that Giratina once again. 2 shield Giratina versus the Azumarill, able to farm down perfectly, and that is just brutal for Azumarill users. I believe that's like the perfect amount of farm and energy usage. So here we got the Whimsicott. And we're going to go for this Moonblast as well. This Moonblast here does grab the shield. I have no idea what this Pokemon can learn, so we're going to show... Oh, ends up learning the Sludge Bomb. That could have been brutal. They're going to come back in with a Triptinator. We're going to have to go into our Giratina right here. This Giratina is going to have to consider shooting a potential Dragon Pulse. They go for the Dragon Ball, so you know that they're energy dry at this point. And then at this point, we want to get this low enough for a farm down of some sort, so we go for the Omnis Wind. We get the boost, and now this is going to get the shield, or it's going to get the KO now. So we do grab that second shield, and now we're forcing them to use some of their energy. It has to be a Dragon Pulse at this point. There's the Dragon Pulse. It still takes us out, even though we did get the boost. But as you can see right here, it is low enough for a farm down of some sort. We're going to come back in here with the Stunfisk. We get the farm down, which is great. And then we see a Azumarill in the back. Azumarill here is going to have to tank this Earthquake. They can tank that pretty easily. But are they running the Hydro Pump? We're going to try to find out. We do catch something. Potential Hydro Pump? Yes, we do catch the Hydro Pump. And then we're just going to throw this Moonblast here for a potential debuff if they decide to stay. Okay, they actually just switch out immediately. Here we know that they have that Sludge Bomb and what move? Okay, they go for another Sludge Bomb, but we resist that tremendously. We're going to go for this Rock Slide right here. We're going to make sure we take this out immediately, even though we resist most of their moves, I think. We're going to go for this Rock Slide right here, and then now it's going to come down to, can we get to the next move? We do reach the Rock Slide. This Rock Slide here will take out the Azumarill. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Stunfisk. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.